Welcome to the Missouri Woods and Water Podcast. Nate, Andy, Micah, and our good buddy Corey Groff here tonight.
In-house for the first time.
Yeah. So
after the shittiest day of coyote hunting.
It was rough.
I've had shittier, but
Well, we did call in something.
yeah, we did. We'll get
into it. But
get into it.
what's up, buddy?
Doing good. How are you guys?
Well, you know how we're doing. About the same as you.
A little cold.
Yeah, a little chilly.
A little cold, a little butt hurt, you know.
Just the way it goes.
At least we got full
sometimes.
bellies now.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, warmed
thanks,
up a
by
little
the way.
bit.
The pizza was good.
Yeah. I was thinking about, like, well, we go back and record and then, get him and his wife some food. And I'm like, well, why don't we just eat here? So it just kind of hit me. And
Little gourmet Pizza Hut, you know.
Gourmet Pizza Hut.
Sure.
This is a kind of a smorgasbord. We're going to talk about coyote hunting. We're going to talk about our party. We're going to talk about stuff that Corey has going on coming up in the next few weeks.
Yep.
And then just let it go where it's going to go, predator hunting wise.
Yeah. Thank everybody that came to the party last night.
Yeah,
We're
it was
recording
good.
this on Sunday. We had our party last night. Good turnout, I think. I definitely would change some things going if we
We didn't know
decide
what to expect, so I
Yeah.
think it was great for just trying it, you know.
Yeah.
We are not party planners. That's,
No,
it's just
we're
not
not.
what we are.
Yeah.
Well, we're old. We're not really partiers anymore either.
No.
Let alone planners of
No,
parties.
that's true. But it was a good time. Had a good time. So thank you, OnX, for
Yeah.
doing that for us.
And thank you to this guy who
Yeah.
drove all the way from southern Missouri
Yeah.
Yeah.
with his awesome wife who's sitting, hanging out. Say hi.
Yeah.
And they spent their night up here with us last night, and then we hunted this morning, and now we're podcasting before they get to drive 4 hours home.
Yeah, something like that.
How
We'll
many-
do some more antiquing on the way
Yeah,
home. So.
yeah. I hear the wife's a big antiquer.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's plenty in Missouri, so you should find a
A
handful.
lot of good shop. There's that really cool one. It's like on 13,
We seen it.
the red one.
Yeah.
Yeah, was it closed?
No, it's just we had
You
our
had somewhere to
destination
get.
in mind
Yeah.
at that time.
Yeah.
Kind of burn up a little bit more time.
At the other ones?
Yeah.
That means you found stuff you wanted.
She did.
That's fair. That's fair.
You just
You-
got to look, by the way. Just
You know,
Well, she did.
you need to go to the Brass Armadillo. That's where you need to go.
You ever been to that?
Where's that at?
That's
It's in Grand Valley.
15 minutes from here. 15, 20.
It's it's like the size of a. Oh no, she's gonna hear it. It's like the size of a Walmart. It's a box
really?
store.
Really consignment type. Yeah.
Everybody has like a booth that they pay
Right.
Brass Armadillo to have to have. And,
Definitely what you said.
they put antiques in it. So
Yeah,
like
just all kinds of stuff in there.
Yes, I sold it. I said dildo. Brass Armadillo.
Just for future reference, I don't think he's going to work as.
No PG-13 in this mouth.
Oh boy. So back on topic. Brax Armadillo.
Yeah.
So anyway, the armadillo, and it's just all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, it's huge.
Cool.
Yeah.
Huge. She'd have a heyday in there.
It's only about a 20-minute drive west.
Well, maybe we'll have to plan another trip up sometime. We can do another live.
There you go.
Or
Yeah.
Actually, try to
in-house.
kill a coyote.
Attempt to.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little
Spoiler
more
alert.
better planning on our part. Maybe, I think if it wasn't windy, it would have been a good day.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think the wind just had them laid up.
Yeah.
So just the way it goes sometimes,
It was rough.
I wasn't expecting much, and nothing much happened, so I wasn't too disappointed, honestly.
Yeah, nothing was at stake, really. It just,
Right.
Other than just having a good time, and I think we accomplished that. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, I guess we can get into it now if we wanted to, but
Yeah.
like normally if you were in a tournament situation or you're trying to get some awesome footage, but one of our sets today we tried to call some coons, and we're like, let's do that. So me and Micah set up in the timber just 20 yards away from Andy and Corey, who are on the timber edge. And the timber we're in is decently open, so you can see stuff coming. And two coons and then one other one, and none of them got shot at. But when we're done, we're like, that was awesome.
Yeah,
It's just kind of funny how
Yeah.
you didn't successfully kill an animal, but you were like, whatever.
It gave
Cool
me
interaction
yeah.
still. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
you
cool.
took something away from it.
Did you
Right.
guys know that
Did you-
coons were coming in there? Could you tell by our reaction?
I could tell by your reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I only knew because Corey seen you guys and said, "Hey, there's something coming over there." So then I started watching you guys,
And if I told Andy, I said, if I'd have known how open it was over there, that's where we'd be.
Yeah.
But, we didn't think there was that much room in there. So.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of set up strategically different spots potentially. But those two came in, and then I was like, they're coming. And then they got to the fence line, and our wind was going straight that direction. And the next thing you know, up a tree.
Which, us three have zero. You've done something.
He's
a little bit.
But we didn't know what to expect or how bad you got to play your wind and what you got to do there.
We did have rifles.
And we had rifles, and we were in timber. So,
yeah.
Like, they came in hot, though.
The third one, though, was hilarious. Like, I just caught a glimpse of something to my right, which is the way we walked in.
Yeah.
And so I look, and I see this coon just blah, 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 and so I grab my gun, and he just about 15 yards away from me and just and I've never seen really coon. You don't pay attention to coons.
Right.
So it was just kind of funny to see how athletic he really was to get away from me.
Yeah. That was pretty cool. We're going to have to do that again. That was a lot of fun.
I would like to just go like.
We should have done that the rest of the day, honestly.
Yeah.
Now that we know.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's more coons, I guarantee, in the woods than there is coyotes right now.
Oh,
I'd say that's right.
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
Obviously, anybody who listens to our show should know who Corey Groff is. He's been on our show multiple times. But Corey, introduce yourself.
Corey Groff.
There you go.
There we go.
Bravo, sir.
No, I'm Corey Groff.
A+.
I live here in Missouri. Been married for 26 years. Been with Fox Pro for, 12, 13 years. And got some new adventures that's coming my way. You guys will hear all about that here pretty soon. But got a new podcast platform putting out. Well, it's not new. I'm just taking over a established podcast, and everybody probably knows it pretty well. It's Eastman's Predator Pros. So that's going to start probably this next week, and hopefully we'll start putting out content right about the first of the year. So
that's awesome.
100% Predator, and looking forward to it, and it's going to be a pretty good journey, I think. So
yeah, we're excited for you.
Yeah, we're really excited. Yeah. I mean, A, because we know you,
right?
And B, there needs to be some dedication. There's a handful of Predator ones out there, but there's not that many yet.
Right.
So I'm excited to have one, especially from a guy that I know.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
So, Jeff, obviously, he was doing that before, and I'd listen to him too, but.
Well, and I like the fact it's going to, your knowledge is Missouri-based, right? So a lot of those, like you listen to, and they're, no offense to them, it's just where they're at. I mean, John's in Kentucky. You got, Nebraska. You got South Dakota. Like
Drew's up in Michigan.
Right. Yeah. It's just different areas, but having it Missouri-based, I think is pretty cool.
Well, I'm going to try to be pretty diverse with it too, because I'm a lot of them are. Well, I'll be honest. Every Predator podcast that's out there, it's usually, pretty coyote heavy.
Right.
So I'm going to try to be pretty diverse with it.
We're
going to talk about fox. We're going to talk about coons. And bear. all kinds of stuff. So bobcats, absolutely. Yeah, that'll be definitely on the list. But so I'm going to try to be a little bit more diverse with it. Starting from here on out. So.
I think what Andy was saying too is like it's cool that like your home is here.
Yeah,
exactly. That's what
we talk about coyotes other places too, but our
knowledge of
where
them.
we cut our teeth predator hunting and
exactly.
where you probably cut your teeth predator hunting and is right here in this state. And so you look at it a lot of times from what you know.
Right.
A lot of times we do. Like if we went out west, I think we'd be a little lost at first because
of course, yeah.
You're talking 1,200 yards. You see a coyote coming from, and you can make a 700-yard shot. Where here can you make a 700-yard shot? Very few spots, right?
Yeah, very few.
It doesn't happen a lot. So, it just you think of it the way you're used to. So that's cool. We're excited for you. When I first kind of heard about it and talked to you about it, I was like, dude, I hope he does this.
Yeah.
Hope he does this. And I was excited to hear about it.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it all developed kind of a little bit slow. Well, some of it developed pretty fast, but, it kind of, just the last part of it here, to get started, it's kind of just developed a little bit slow. So I'm excited. I'm ready to get it going.
Yeah. Well, if you ever need guests to talk about not knowing how to predator hunt, we got you. We got you.
What not to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be the greatest show. Have these guys on to talk about how awesome the 204 is and how not to kill coyotes. And that, am I right? Or is it? Oh, he loves the 204.
Something like that.
Yes.
Yeah,
This
Corey.
it's kind of backfired on us, didn't it, Andy?
It did.
A little bit.
I talked to a fellow last night at the party, and it was hilarious. I was just kind of talking shit on the 204. He's like, "What's wrong with the 204?" I said, "Well, nothing. If you want to have the 10th best round."
Yeah.
And then he's like, "There's nothing. It's better than the 223." I said, "I never said I liked the 223 either." It was your brother's buddy. Him and I were giving each other a hard time.
Ben?
It was fun.
Yeah.
It's fun giving a hard time.
Yeah,
It
is.
All in good fun.
Hey, I'm the one who hates the 223 apparently. Remember that show we did, the worst coyote rounds, and I actually gave a real answer instead of what you guys bitched out on.
I don't even remember what answer I gave.
Because it was the 22 long rifle. Yeah,
I
no
don't
shit.
think
I don't think we did
He
that.
didn't forget.
Andy
Yeah.
said the
Well, he's making shit up.
BB
That's what he's
guns,
doing.
pellet guns. Yeah, they're not good.
My slingshot don't work real great.
So I gave a real answer. I never said the 223 is bad. I just said it's not the best out there, and I still get shit for that. But hey, I'm here for it.
That's everybody's opinion.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
have fun with it. If you don't like it, I guess.
get something different.
Yeah.
That's the good thing about guns. They make a lot of them. There's a lot of
And
them
there's
out
more
there.
coming out every day.
Yeah, exactly.
I still want to try the 6.7 Power Stroke.
Yeah. I heard Daryl sent us that or something, I think.
It was
Someone
awesome.
sent us
Did you
that.
see
Somebody
that YouTube
Have you
video?
seen that video of the
about the
6.7 Power Stroke?
We're not talking about a diesel motor.
It's not. It's a
I've not
round.
heard of
Oh
it.
my! I will show you after we're done.
It's an insane rifle. I mean, I forget what speeds they were getting out of it, but it was just insane,
like
crazy.
it doesn't. It stays almost flat the entire trajectory. They did like a vapor trail tests, I guess, with it.
Yeah, just
on 3 different rounds, and the 6.5 Creedmoor was right before it. 6.5 Creedmoor's a good round,
Pretty flat.
About what was it, 500?
I can't remember.
And then this one, it's
Just straight.
Barrel life is 10 rounds.
Yeah.
and you cannot buy it anywhere. You have to have it made. Make it yourself.
Custom.
Yeah, but
Totally custom.
it was still cool.
Yeah.
But
6.7 Power Stroke.
yeah. Okay, so we had the party last night. We got together with a bunch of like-minded people, talk about coyote hunting. We sold some hats. We gave away some Onyx memberships.
Gave away a gun.
Gave
Away a gun. Gave away a Yeti cooler, koozies. At the end, I ended up just giving away a bunch of hats. Well, not me. You
gave the
drew 'em.
okay.
I just
I mean,
kept saying
it was an
keep drawing,
executive decision.
Keep
I seen
drawing.
it,
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we gave some hats away at the end too, and
Which is
had
good.
some fun.
I think
Yeah.
everybody liked that.
Yeah.
Bought some beers.
We made Corey buy his though. I mean, that's,
Yeah, right.
come on, man.
Yeah.
So, and that's the new loading on loading I did. What do you think of that one? I like it.
Yeah,
It's good.
It's a good color.
Yeah.
He took the sticker off, though. I'm a little disappointed.
Yeah. Sticker off.
That way it
I left it on the
doesn't
other one, though.
Okay, fair enough.
So.
Fair enough.
Did you really leave it on, or is just the stain from?
Make sure you put it under a good light. I'm telling you, it's what happened, man.
The best part is, I was getting everything ready for the party, and guess what I found in the basement?
One hat.
One hat. I'm like, oh, we could have gave Corey this hat.
Did you peel the sticker off?
It didn't need it. It was in a box, so it wasn't all dusty and all that. It was ready to go.
I mean,
Try to do a nice thing, man. You try to do a nice thing.
Oh, I appreciated it until I took the sticker off.
This thing is faded. Can't take you anywhere.
I guess I explained, like,
Yeah.
well, last time we hunted a tournament last year, and Corey was there. Brought it. We had an extra.
we met him up in Carrollton.
Met him in Carrollton.
Yeah.
Had a hat. It was a brown hat. Been sitting downstairs on a hat rack, brand new hat. I just I'll give Corey this hat. Grabbed it, went out there, gave it to him. He got home, peeled the sticker off, put it on. I think you didn't notice it at first, right?
No, I wore it for the day. Yeah.
Yeah. Take the hat off, and it was extremely faded everywhere except for where the sticker had been.
was.
Speaking of Carrollton, they're doing that tournament again, aren't they?
Yeah, I was going to bring it up.
Yeah,
she
we
actually
wanna-
messaged me.
Yeah, we want to talk about that. Get that one out there. When is that?
January 17th.
And they're just doing daytime this time, right?
Just a daytime. I think they was worried about the regulations, because I don't think NBC had put them out
Yeah.
when they scheduled this.
Correct.
And so anyway, and also they got in there. I don't know if I need to go back and look. They sent me some Google stuff, the Google Doc of it. they added a bobcat side pot.
Okay.
But I don't think bobcat is
in season.
It ends January 15th.
No.
Right? No? Oh, they extended it to February, didn't they?
Yeah, it goes all the way through the end of February. But I don't think it's going to be part of your stringer, basically.
Yeah.
You know,
it's a separate.
Yeah.
So it's its own deal.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Coyotes only on the stringer.
Coyotes only on the stringer. Yeah.
I forgot about that. It used to be January 15th, didn't it? And then they extended.
Yeah, I think it's been a couple years.
It's been a couple years, but yeah.
Yeah, the second annual Hunting for a Cause annual coyote hunt, benefiting Grow Pediatric Therapy Services. $100 entry fee per 2 to 4 person team. And like you said, January 16th is registration. The hunt is actually the 17th. Mm-hmm. Roop Community Center in Carrollton, Missouri.
Oh, and I will add, they do have a QR code for that where you can register early.
Yeah, which I will post that on our social media. She sent it to me.
Yeah. And so
that.
you can register early before the tournament, and they'll send your packet out, with your...
So you don't have to make 2 trips.
Yeah, exactly.
That's nice. I always said that's the worst part about tournaments.
Yeah.
Not that there's a bad part, but if you're doing a tournament that's not close...
You spend the whole day before checking in.
In, and then you're like, hell, I got to go home now and go back there tomorrow. So
and
nice.
We did do that for several years with the Connor Clifton hunt. Mm-hmm. And, of course, we didn't have QR code. I didn't know how to do all that stuff. But it was kind of a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
And then at that time, it was all going through PayPal to the family. Well, then they got a big 1099 on it.
Oh.
And so... Anyway,
Uncle Sam's got to get them taxes for
you. So anyway, they got all that straightened out, but we decided in the last couple of years we changed that. But it's good now that they've got this QR code. So if you guys,
it easy.
So you don't have to go there Friday night now.
Yep. If you want to pre-register, look for that QR code.
So our first coyote party. What was your favorite part about last night? What did you enjoy the most about what we did? This is an open forum here.
I think was the fellowship.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
For me, yeah. Being able to connect with people, put, faces to names and, shake people's hands. And that's what I liked about it.
Yeah. Meet people that you have probably heard about but never actually met.
Yeah, or you just see them on Facebook,
right.
and you've never actually met them in person. So that was pretty cool for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody else? Same answer?
I think it was similar. You get into actual, because normally when we see those guys, all of our friends and stuff that we hunt with and around, mm-hmm. you have an agenda, right? You're at a hunt and
I'm usually cranky.
Or you've been out all day hunting and you're just kind of tired and beat.
Right.
And this time you just got to sit down and BS with them. We talked a lot of deer hunting last night, which
sure.
It's still deer season, so
yeah, still, yeah, and
still on my mind.
Then we talked about coyote hunting, gave each other crap. Like we didn't have a place to be. We didn't have, It was cool to see Jesse in a time where he's not rushing around trying to
not running a tournament.
Yeah, not running a tournament, right?
Yeah,
right.
I don't know. It's just nice to talk to those guys outside of the busyness of tournaments and of hunting. And
I couldn't agree more. I had a nice conversation with I talk to him every time I see him. I get to say hi to him and talk to him for just a couple moments. But me and Dane had a nice long conversation about deer hunting.
Yep.
About the kids and wrestling and just this and that, and just don't have that time normally. Which, by the way, thanks to him and his lady for coming out. I think they both won a hat.
Did they?
Did Austin take those?
I think so.
But yeah, so stuff like that. Like I had a half an hour conversation with him just about deer hunting, and Bennett getting his first deer and his daughter getting her. I can't remember if it was her first or not, but talking about just Marley. I didn't think so. But
she's a killer, man.
Yeah,
she's killed 3 or 4.
So just those types of conversations, just like you said, when we're going to events. First off, you guys have been hunting all day. Sometimes you're tired. A lot of times I'm in a badass mood. Not that I'm not nice, but you're just like, yeah, I suck.
Don't ask me any questions.
Don't ask me any questions.
I don't know nothing.
How many did you kill? This many.
Yeah.
So that was awesome. What about what would you change? Because this was our first one.
Yeah,
we don't know if we're going to do it again, but this was our first.
Probably would have made it more interactive in the fact that we said, hey, we're going to have a question and answer portion or something like that.
like actually do a round table.
Yeah.
Like for instance, Corey spent 4 hours driving up here.
Right.
Spent the night up here. Spent half the day with us today, and 4 hours driving home. And I think he said he had one person walk up and ask him a question last night. And somebody, I cannot remember who said it to me, but somebody said it was just intimidating because, every time you would look over, he was talking to somebody.
Right.
A lot of times it was one of us or somebody, and then some people are just intimidated by.
Can I go up to this guy and talk?
Right.
To him?
Which you very well can.
Don't know why.
Exactly.
You very well can. And if you wanted to talk to me last night and you didn't get the chance to reach out to me on any of my social platforms, if you want to
ask a question.
Yeah, if you got a question you want answered that I might be able to help you with, I'd absolutely do that.
And that's what I think. What I would do differently.
Yeah, I would
next
do that
year
different.
maybe like, hey, from 6:30 to 7:30, we're gonna sit down with a mic. Anybody wants to ask questions or talk about something or, just
whatever,
voice an opinion on what they think about something, and we can all just talk about it.
Have social hour from 6 to 7, from 7 to 8, round table, and then back to social hour type deal.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. I think that's a great idea.
But we're learning. We're learning.
I thought it was pretty good for your first one. There was a lot of people there.
Yeah.
It was a good turnout.
I think there at one time there was probably 40 or 50 people back there in that room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think so.
Thank you to our wives.
Yeah.
Thank you to our kids who helped sell hats.
Yeah.
Chase and Kendall held down the hat station for a while, and I think Austin's son went over there for a little bit. Camden was helper.
He's something.
Wives helped out a lot.
Wives helped us sell stuff and get ready. We showed up an hour and a half early to set up and buy.
We were done in like 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, we're like, oh, that was easy.
It was like, we were freaking out over nothing.
Thanks to the Broken Dollar Saloon. Tina was a good host, a great host. And
great food.
Good. They do have great food.
They really do. What'd you end up getting?
I got the special.
Did you?
That twisted.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Burger. Yeah,
it was good.
I want to go back and try. I was told the Western something burger.
The Western's good. The Boss
I've
Hog's
seen
my
that on
favorite.
They said it has like an onion ring, and they filled the middle of the onion ring with A1 sauce on the burger. That's my kind of. I'm an A1 sauce guy.
Amy, who's gotten that one, it's really good.
Yeah.
Boss Hog's the best. It's a pork patty.
Okay.
It's really good. Really good. I think it's got coleslaw on it and stuff, if I remember right.
Hard pass.
Yeah.
On the coleslaw.
I like that. Good food though.
Yeah, really
Good food. Good times.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. I provided a whole hell of a lot.
You brought the buckets. Thanks.
I showed up.
Appreciate
Brought
it.
some buckets.
And you brought some good ideas about 2 hours before. It was
You're welcome.
Hey, did you guys think of this? No, we didn't, Andy. Thanks for bringing it up now.
You're welcome. That's why I'm thinking of it now.
He's like, you got a printer? I'm like, yeah, I'll print it off real quick. Mike is pretty mad at me right now.
Like,
I can only think of one thing at a time, man. And my brain finally switched over about 2 hours before.
I'm like, yeah. And then the best part is, yeah, we should probably do 30 because we're going to lose our asses. I'm like, you mean like I said the first time?
You win some, you lose some. $27.50.
Oh, that was hilarious. And this is how it is all the time with us.
right,
It's
right.
it's
Very
the best part.
skin of your teeth type
Yeah.
stuff.
But it was a great time. Like I said, I mean, I feel bad for our wives for having to subject themselves. I feel worse for his wife. She is a trooper. She sat there the entire night just
Stephanie's a trooper.
hopefully enjoying herself, and then she basically sat around all morning at the Airbnb, and while we're out.
Sounds like she went and had a
running
good
around.
breakfast
Yeah,
for
she did,
herself.
yeah.
So that sounds like a good idea.
Took a nap, sounds like. Took
Yeah.
a nice nap.
Sounds like a pretty good morning to me. I wish we would have done
Actually,
that almost.
why did we go hunting?
Yeah.
We'll see at noon. We are going to take naps.
Yeah.
But like I said, there was a lot of people that drove. Like our buddy Calder drove all the way down from Cameron.
Yeah.
With
his family
and new baby.
Little baby.
They forgot. Did he tell you that they forgot their bag? Their baby
Had
bag?
to stop
No.
and get some baby stuff.
Oh,
They had to stop, get diapers and wipes and all that sort of thing.
Kind of makes me giggle. Brings me back to those days.
Them new parents, man.
Yep.
It is what it is. Not that she's new, but he's new to it.
And
Freshman.
he made a nice trip. I mean, we had all kinds of folks,
it
come
was
out and
good.
just, say, hell, my parents came
Yeah.
just to support us. So it was fun. It was lots of fun. And
Next year, I like
maybe we'll do it next year. Who
Well,
knows?
next year, I like the idea of doing an archery shoot. So, doing something
Different
along.
pace, maybe.
Yeah, doing something along a
Who knows?
bow
Maybe we
hunting.
can do both.
Yeah, maybe both. Who knows?
You're asking a lot of a guy who doesn't like throwing events.
Yeah.
What was it when we first thought about doing this? What did I say?
You didn't want to do it.
I was like, you do whatever you want. I ain't doing shit.
Yeah. Thanks, Nate.
Yeah.
When I end up doing stuff.
Good job, Micah. No, seriously, good job. Like it went well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did. It was fun.
All right, enough about that.
Yeah.
Let's talk some hunting or something.
Well, I guess we can talk about our day-to-day. So we went hunting today. Today is December what? 7th.
7th.
Yesterday was the 6th. Today's the 7th.
Yeah,
That's how that works.
6, 7.
Shut up. Windy, man.
On. Have you seen that the Grinch? Like, the kid says it to the Grinch. He's on this video. Yeah.
But
not the best weather.
it's not the. It was just windy this morning.
Yeah,
I
I'd
mean,
say
it's nice weather as
10
far as
plus mile an hour with probably 15, 20 gusts. I don't know.
Yeah, I would say 20 pretty, not steadily, but 20 more than it was 10.
It's really it's not that bad, but I don't know. The predators weren't calling for sure.
Yeah.
Well, the coons did, but
Right.
we couldn't get nothing else to come.
Well, our first set, you two split off on one side of a
cut cornfield.
cut cornfield that just the crown was just a little too much that we couldn't see both. So you guys went to one side, me and Corey went to the other, and I mean we saw 6 deer.
Mm-hmm. And we've seen plenty of wildlife.
Yeah, and then no whitetail, so that was coyotes. So we left that one, and then we did the coon. I mean, we're like, hey, we're here. Let's just set for coons. Me and Micah have never specifically called for coons, so that was fun.
It was pretty neat. Like, that happened, 3 minutes into calling?
Yeah,
Two,
it was
3 minutes?
Yeah.
Something
So
like
I
that?
was bitching to Micah because I happened to sit my pack down in coon shit. The tree we sat next to was covered in coon shit.
Well, I didn't notice it till we was about done calling, but there was a den hole right above you guys.
Yeah. I was like, we're going to – and I told him, I'm like,
That
look at all
would've
this
been
coon
awesome.
shit.
I wish that
They're
would,
going to come straight down on us. And I sat my pack down in the shit. I'm like, damn it. So I'm sitting there complaining, and I see a flash. Remember, I've never watched a coon, respond to a call. So I'm like, next thing you know, you just see – and I'm like, Micah. And then I see another one come behind it. And I can't get a shot because they're through thick brush, but I know there's coons coming. I'm like, they're going to get through the fence, and Mike is going to pop them. Done.
Right.
Do you see them? No.
They just disappeared.
And next thing I know, they're back our way and up a tree. And I'm like, damn, do they smell? Like, is that something they pay attention to? Apparently. And then afterward, you're like, they don't like a coyote, they won't cut the wind, but they will.
If they smell
They
you,
smell you, they're out.
They're out.
And our wind was going straight down that fence line.
Yeah.
And then, what was it, maybe 2 minutes later?
Yeah, another one came in on your
on the
side.
opposite side, and it was just hilarious because he came.
He just saw you. Because
I moved to go to shoot him, and he just put his brakes on it like 15 yards from me and just, that is a person.
and boogied.
And then there was a house behind where he went, so I wasn't going to try to shoot at him.
No.
But
No, I'm definitely going to be trying that again.
fun.
I wish we would have. We talked about it, but should have had a shotgun or two with us, or some pistols or something like that, because it would have been hard to get a shot off with my rifle setup. I mean, I got 4 power on my scope, and those things were 30 yards.
Yeah,
Look at it. That would have been a kind of a hard shot to do, I would think. But
yeah.
We're definitely going to be doing that again. I can see where people get into that.
Oh, you'll get hooked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of coons out there. So
That place specifically, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I like today, too, we got to hear the X360, which is the first time we've got to hear it.
So, Nathan runs an X24. He does most of the calling. Andy runs the other stuff.
Well,
but
most calling when it's just me and you. When it's all of us, we kind of take turns.
Yeah, turns. Yeah. But anyways, so like you and him, Corey and Nate, they sat together the first stand. I sat with them. What was it, the third one or whatever? And and you're like, we get to the third stand. We had dogs come in on us.
Which was kind of funny.
Yeah, domestic dogs.
Canines, yeah.
Well, so once again, we split up. Micah and you were together.
Yeah.
Me and Andy were together, but we separated by 10 yards maybe.
Yeah,
Andy looked down a tree line that they couldn't see the edge of, and then I looked downwind of us into basically an old pond dam bank, and I see a brown flash, and I'm like, freaking knew it. These coyotes are going to try to backdoor us. This is going to be great. And then right after the brown flash was a white one.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
albino.
Yeah.
just for a second, I'm like, okay.
Everybody wants the black
and then
coyote.
I'm like, that damn those are dogs. So they came all the way up to me and Andy.
Yep.
And then they circled around, and I, your two are left, and I hear it coming. I'm like, shit, they're coming out. I could hear them coming, and I was like, I didn't know they were, domestic at that time.
You hadn't seen
so I'm
anything.
like, they're going to come right in between us. Neither of us are going to be able to shoot because we're going to be shooting right at each other. So hopefully they just book it into the field and, somebody gets it. But as soon as they pop out, I'm like, that thing's got a fucking collar on it. Damn it, But what I was getting at is, so the dogs, they run out towards the call and, Corey, we take a video and stuff. He's like, I wonder what Pound Town will do. And he turns on Pound Town on that X360, dude. That sound hits different on that call. I don't know. Obviously there's a ton more speakers.
The subwoofer in that thing is
but that was so crisp and clean.
You can't tell it's a speaker. I feel like the other calls, like you can, okay, I can hear the speaker.
Sometimes you
right.
can tell.
It's kind of got a ring,
especially when it gets like super cold out. Yeah. I feel like sometimes you're like, I heard that crack, or just for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But on that one, man, it sounded so good. I was very, very impressed with it. And I picked it up. A lot of people complain about how heavy it is or whatever. I'm like, dude, you throw this over your shoulder, it ain't no big deal.
Yeah, it's got some weight to it, but it's got 7 speakers.
Yeah.
It also has a carrying handle. It's no different than carrying.
And it comes with a shoulder strap.
Anything else.
It's doable.
Yeah.
I could see where it's not for everybody, but it's doable if you want 7 speakers with the bass and some of these sounds that
the good thing is
I feel like they would really shine like out west. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just think of those huge open, whatever, like
right.
Or over in Kansas, like really getting them out there. I feel like that would really do the good job for that.
The nice thing is our buddy Calder will have one before any of us, and so we'll get to play with it some more.
Maybe. I'm sure he will.
I don't know if he lets us play with any calls anymore.
Especially not Micah.
That's true.
So that was the third set, yeah. So those dogs came in, and like I said, I was excited at first because I've hunted there many a times. Micah's been there as well, Andy a couple times. I've had dogs come down that pond dam that's no longer a pond. They broke that dam.
Coyotes, you mean?
What did I say?
Dogs.
Coyote dogs come down that many times.
Yeah.
And so I was hoping that if they were going to try to backdoor us, that they would do that. And so at first I was like, yeah.
Finally get some action sort of thing.
That brown one was cool, man. Like, he came back and was saying goodbye to us. I tried to throw a tennis ball to him that was laying on the ground.
Well, he was completely fooled by that X360, though. He was man, what? And we was hollering at him.
Oh, yeah.
Whistling at him, and then he didn't really even spook till I stood up. And then he's like, what?
He didn't. Yeah. So, once again, I'm not a large individual, but when they first came in, the white one stayed behind you guys. The brown one came to 10 yards in front of me. And, of course, I don't know if the dog's mean or not, so I stand up and I said, nope. I swear he was staring through me, trying to look out into the field. I don't think he ever saw me.
He might have been a little slow. I don't know.
He had one eye.
So then
that worked.
And maybe, because like I said, he did stop and then go with the white one.
Right.
Then it went next to you guys, so maybe he did see me, but it didn't feel like he cared whatsoever that I was standing up right in front of him.
No. That dog would have ate you for a snack.
Probably. It was larger. I mean, he wasn't very big, but he was bigger than me.
Decent-sized dog.
Yeah.
Decent.
A dog that at nighttime you would be worried about.
Oh, for
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had the coyote look. His tail was up. And,
pointy ears.
Yeah. Hopefully people lock him up during the season.
At nighttime, yeah.
Yeah, he might not make it.
Those are the ones you're like, shit, I could see the mistake on that one.
Yeah.
If somebody made it, which you don't want to, but
no.
That the tail was like the same shape as a coyote's tail, pointy ears, about the same size as one.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be great. But and then the fourth set, that one sucked. It was windy.
It was windy. It was a very good looking setup though.
Yeah.
And I thought I was going to be cool. I'm like, I'm just going to sit in the blind because we went out to Andy's spot and he's got the redneck blind and y'all sat under it. And I was like, I'll get up top.
I thought you were going to call out like, hey, coming from.
That's what I was hoping to. I didn't even have my gun. I kind of had it leaned up and I was just
Micah
waiting.
just puts his head out. It's coming.
But no, didn't see anything. Saw some turkeys.
Saw deer.
deer, and then there was a flock of turkeys, I don't know, 300-400 yards away. And at one point, we've been calling for
at his place.
Yeah.
Oh, I never did.
Yeah.
You
didn't see him?
What an observant hunter.
I was facing.
Yeah, we were calling for a few minutes, and then they finally got spooked or just wanted to get out of there because they were tired of hearing it or what. But they flew off, and I was like, "Oh yeah, something's coming." Something kicked them up, made them nervous, but didn't end up seeing anything. So we were 0-4 for the coyotes.
0-3.
3.
The coon.
Yeah. Okay.
We only
0-3.
did 3 coyotes.
0-3.
0 for 3.
But it's just the way it goes sometimes. But
it's because we didn't try to call bobcats. If we would have called bobcats, we would have killed 3 bobcats.
Have you noticed? I would assume the same. If it's windy and stuff, it's hard to get them to move. But have you noticed anything like that as far as weather conditions and calling in cats?
I actually like a little bit of wind with cats.
Okay.
I don't know if their hearing is just that much more sensitive, or what it is, or if maybe it's just my click, with calling.
Mm-hmm.
But I tend to have good bobcat success on windy days. So,
like
feel
good
like
wind,
they
like
are-
today. Like today, do you think you would have been more confident calling in a cat than a dog?
yes,
Really?
yeah.
Do you feel like they are a little more? Do you feel like they, lack of a better term, throw caution to the wind when it's windy? They
more
feel like they can
things
get
are
away with
moving.
more.
Probably because everything's moving.
Yeah.
Everything's got the wind moving.
So it's maybe easier for you to see them
Right.
moving because they're less stealthy than maybe they're normally? Or have you noticed that?
It's hard to say,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know why. I seem to have pretty good success when it's windy with cats. So, and I mean, it's not all the time. Like, you'll have days like what we had today, but.
I mean, if you think about it, like if it's windy, as a predator, a bobcat specifically, everything's moving,
Right.
which means the prey has to see everything moving, including me now.
Well, you notice
So
like
it's harder for them to discern a bobcat coming at them compared to everything else that's around them moving.
right,
I mean, that makes sense.
and the prey reacts to it too, because I think that's why, like on a real rainy day or like a windy day today, and we've seen it walking into that coon stand we was doing. How many turkeys we see?
Oh, ton.
30 or 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They was down in a low spot, but they was probably a little bit out of the wind, but I'm sure they feel safer out in the field on days like that.
Yeah.
So they could just
Stuff
see
coming a
everything.
little
Yeah.
easier.
I mean, that makes sense. So.
I really never thought of that because
Yeah,
I
we might-
hate windy days.
Yeah, maybe looking back, probably should have changed gears a little bit.
I
Tried something
don't
different.
want to hunt 0 degree or 0 wind either.
Right,
But like 10 mile an hour is my sweet spot.
Oh, of course.
I don't
Yep.
really love what we were in today just because it's just not fun to hunt.
Well, and I'll be honest, I was underprepared.
A little chilly.
Last night going to bed, I was standing outside for a minute. I'm like, oh, tomorrow's gonna be great. I didn't realize the temperature was supposed to start dropping off in the
Right.
morning. So I would have changed my wardrobe up a little bit. But I mean, it was fine. Obviously we're not standing out there for hours,
Right.
so it wasn't too bad. But wind was brutal.
You want to answer these questions?
I'm gonna grab them.
Because we promised, who asked me what the fox says? Was that Jesse?
Probably.
2 of them are the same question.
No, I think
That
you know
one.
what? I wonder if Corey put that in there. I think Corey put that in there.
Corey McGinnis?
No.
No, Dane.
What does a Dane Plimal? Yeah.
Oh,
Dane
dang.
Plymouth.
What does a fox say? Corey, what does a fox say?
Mew, 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 mew.
That was easy.
Yeah. So for people that don't know, last night at the party,
There was alcohol. No.
there was alcohol, but one of Andy's great ideas that should have been brought up sooner was to throw a
It
bucket.
took so much work to put that bucket out.
That was the 2 hours.
to put a bucket out there, and
I brought
hey,
the bucket.
We're podcasting with Corey tomorrow. Ask a question, and so we had a few people do it. But yeah, one of them was, "What does the fox say?" And thank you to Dan. Plymouth. Dane. The other 2 are the same thing. Why is the 204 the greatest round ever? And what's your favorite 204 favorite bullet for the 204? So
Speed kills, man.
Yeah.
Speed kills.
Why is the 204 the best ever?
so
Speed does kill.
All right, so we kind of have just an ongoing joke with
It is.
Corey.
Yeah.
he's not a big fan of the 204, and we like to push the narrative that he loves the 204 just to mess with him a little bit. So we'll just kind of get into that. So what's 204? What's your pros, cons, indifferent? What's
pros,
your thoughts on?
There are none.
You're right.
It's just a little too light for me.
Yeah.
You know, it works great for a lot of other people out there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not what I want. You know, I mean, it's nothing personal against the round.
I mean, you have the same opinion on that as I do with the 223.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got that opinion too.
Right.
That,
it just seems like I've never personally shot a 204. Andy's ran it a few times, right?
Mm-hmm. That was the first gun, like coyote-specific gun. I bought it from Calder that I had. So when I really got into coyote hunting, I was shooting a 204 all the time. And I
had good luck with it.
I never had.
The reason
I can't say of any instance I shot a coyote and like, oh damn, like he ran away because I didn't have a big enough bullet. Like I don't know of any. I think I lost one coyote I'm aware of, and I didn't lose him. He was in a brush pile that I wasn't going to go get him in.
Yeah.
Right.
So
he's probably still in there.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I was saying, the same thing with 223. I used a 223 for a while, and there was a handful of times where, you know, I had runners or,
spinners,
just stuff like that. So I was like, I'm changing it. I'm doing something different. I did the same thing with the 6.5 Grindle. Ran that. I had dogs that I shot right where you want to shoot, and I never found those dogs. And so I was like changing it up. So I haven't had that incident. Like right now I'm running a 243 and a 22-250 for my night rig. Haven't had any runners with any of those.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's a reason why those two rifles are always they're most likely in somebody's top 5.
Right.
Which a 22-250, same size bullet, just going faster as a 223 though.
Last time we had John Collins on, the 22-250 was his top coyote round.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of people's top round. I mean,
I feel like we did the same thing with you at one point.
Yeah,
you did.
Yeah. That's how the 204 came about. Like the joke.
Top
That's
or
how the
bottom?
joke come about.
We ranked them.
Okay.
And it I think you had to pick like your least favorite.
Okay.
And he picked the 204. And I told him I was heartbroken.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you picked the 22 Parvo as the top at the time, right?
Well, it wasn't. We did the worst coyote.
Worst coyote.
Okay, so we did the opposite. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Couldn't remember if we did the best with
we were
him
trying to do
also.
something different. And
Yeah.
we did the worst instead.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just everybody has their own opinion. Like I was talking to our buddy Daryl last night, and he doesn't like the 6 arc that much. And I'm like, dude, I don't know why. I love mine.
I've had more. I like my 6 arc. I've had more spinners and runners with it than I've had with my 204.
And
which I know
am not
it's
experiencing
not
the same.
I
Are you shooting the 103s out of it still?
Yeah.
See,
Well,
I moved to the 80s
Right.
last year, and my God.
But you see what I'm saying? There's so many factors that
well,
come
that's
into
the thing.
play.
There's a lot of variables.
It's kind of like, you know, talking about broadheads,
Yeah.
whether fixed blade or, you know, mechanical. It's 99% of it's probably where you put the bullet.
Exactly.
You know,
for me, and I know that's what it is I was using a 204 daytime coyote hunting, could be very precise of where I was shooting.
Mm-hmm.
That 6 arc I've used a lot on thermal, and thermal hunting, you're just not as precise with shot placement, I don't feel like, than
Well,
you
you
are
don't-
in daytime.
you don't
Right.
know.
Well, and at thermal, when I'm thermal hunting now, I'm always aiming for landing gear.
Right.
So, like, when I first started coyote hunting with a 223, I think all of us probably would want to put it just like we would as deer hunters, behind the shoulder.
Right.
And then you get those runners, and you're like, dear Lord. So then you start looking for a round with more punch in its ass, and then you start aiming for bone so you can drop the coyote right where it stands. Right. It can still punch through the bone and kill the animal. And then that's when you start looking at, like, 6 creeds and 22 parvos, 22 creeds, 6 arcs. Those things that got more ass behind them with speed. Mm-hmm. That are just – that's – I think everyone is, in agreement. My least favorite coyote round in that show was the 223. Mm-hmm. And that was my point. It's not that it's a bad round. It's killed more coyotes than all those rounds combined probably in America. But there's 10 options that I would pick over it probably.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's the best. It might be a good option. Doesn't mean it's the best option.
It's a perfectly fine option.
Yeah.
But once again, you laid 15 guns out, and it's not the first 10 I'm picking.
The one you're
I can
picking up.
promise you.
Right.
Yeah. So that was kind of my point on those.
Speaking of that 22 Parvo, you've been running that how many years now?
I think this is my 4th season, maybe 5th with it.
And
4th, I think.
Obviously yours is a custom one. I I've seen it before in your show and the stuff that you put out there, but I put my hand on it today. Like, that is a sweet little rig, man.
That's pretty sweet.
That thing is nice, lightweight. Like, I bet that's a fun gun.
I got to watch that thing eat last year.
Is that 18 or 20-inch barrel?
It's a 16.
16.
Yeah,
okay.
it's a short one.
It's
man.
a 16. Yep.
Yeah, I got to watch that thing eat last year. That was.
And you're still.
How far were those coyotes? Like 350?
Yeah, there's probably that 375.
Yeah, and they caught our wind, didn't they? And they were boogieing out, or what happened?
No, they were getting ready to go behind another
That's right.
rise.
Okay, yeah.
We just had a little window there to make a shot.
And then I'm like, I think I did take a shot, and I missed. Or maybe I didn't. I don't remember.
I think you took a running shot.
That's right.
After.
Yeah, because Corey just, I'm like, there that guy is. Ooh, that thing smashed him.
12 hours, the 12 hours leading up to that
That's not what I meant.
was pretty horrible.
But it was, I was like, dear Lord, that thing hit him hard.
Yeah.
Because when you first told me about a 22 Parvo, I was just like,
what is that?
Fucking 22?
Yeah.
So anybody that's listening that's wondering what a 22 Parvo is, so it's custom built. It's a Wildcat, and it's made off a 6.5 by 47L. So in that platform, it's we're just necking that down to a 22. We changed a little bit of shoulder angle on it and made it our own. And my rig, I think it's shooting around 35, 50 on a 16-inch barrel. And we've got platforms at the shop that are well over 4,000.
A little longer barrel.
Yeah,
A little bit longer barrel, shooting a little bit lighter projectile. That's with 60s. We've got 60s well over 4,000 feet.
Jeez, Chris. What grain bullet are you shooting out of yours?
I'm shooting a 69 TMK. I know the V-Match stuff just came out. I don't know anything about that bullet. I'd like to try it, but I really have no reason to. The TMKs have been great for me.
Yeah.
Got a lot of killing power. We have shot 69 grain Blitz Kings through it too. And I will say they're bad to the bone, but they're almost a little too bad. They will tear some fur up.
Do they?
Yeah, I don't know what it is about the Blitz King, but it's devastating.
It's the king of blitzing.
And that's what I like out of my 243 is the 70 grains.
Yeah.
On those, so
On
good
the Blitz
bullet.
Kings.
And that's, I would tell you, this winter, changed it to those 80s on your 6 or your 6
I have 2 boxes of them, and I got them late last year.
Yeah,
and I just
so
never.
So I had, with the 103s, I had a few that I didn't hit on the shoulders that took off or whatever. Dude, last year, I just remember the first one I killed.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
I missed it because it hit him so hard. I thought I hit the bean field, and nope, it was the coyote that took everything and just fell down. And I just happened to have, like we've all had at some point in time, a good year shooting with my thermal that last year. And just every coyote that bullet touched, it fell right there. And that was with those 80s, though. With the 103s the season before, even in the summer, remember we shot that one with the depredation tag? Mm-hmm. And I shot him a little back, and he ran with guts hanging out, and I knew he died, but it was like, okay, I don't want to go chasing that damn
Right.
But
thing.
again, a lot of that's
That's shot placement,
Shot
99% of the
is,
time,
yeah.
sure.
But
But and I've got some that you can, if you
don't you got
run out.
58s too, or something like that?
I got 75s and 58s from
Druid
Armory, Druid Hill, and I think I got another kind too. You could try those also.
Might try a few.
something a little
I think they're
faster.
both 50 grand.
I know Ally has some good options. Ally Munitions.
He's a big fan of the
looking at
6 arc,
dabbling.
so he definitely knows his stuff.
Came
when
with
it
one. I
comes
can't
to-
remember how many grains. It's called the Goat.
Yeah,
They just released.
The
Was
problem
it a
is,
65?
I think that sounds right.
Yeah.
yeah, because
I think it was
I've got
65.
75 and 58s, and his falls right in between those. Because I didn't want to try the 58s, to be honest with you. Because I'm like, I'm shooting a freaking 6 arc. I 58, like, Mom, might as well go back to a 223, which
Yeah.
I know there's a difference, but so I'm like, I'd like to stay,
bit
70
heavier.
or above or
Yeah.
somewhere in that, and but I
It
just
gives
never
you
got around
it gives
to
you anchoring power.
Yeah.
And I tell you what I like about a lot of these modern cartridges. and I don't get me wrong, I love the 22-250. That's one of my all-time favorite varmint hunting rifles, and I'll probably always have one in my safe. But the modern cartridge that we're seeing nowadays with running the heavier bullets, what I like about shooting game with those is, and this isn't going to make sense to a lot of people, but I have less fur damage with those rounds than I do with like the 50s and 55s out of my 22-250. And you said it just a minute ago, like we've went from shooting kind of a little bit behind the shoulder to now with the heavier projectile, we're shooting in a little bit of more bone.
Yep.
Well, with these projectiles now, what that's allowing us to do is shoot in the shoulder, anchoring these animals, and they just absorb it up.
Yeah.
And it's not going out the other side and, creating a monstrosity of a hole.
Correct.
And people can't understand that because I get it. That's how we was taught, growing up, and I get that question.
Especially if you get into that type of hunting out after deer hunting.
Yes, exactly.
You don't aim for bone with a deer.
And I get that question so often, like, what round do I need, to lessen my fur damage? Well, you don't need a different round. You just need to learn how to shoot your animals differently.
Right.
Move your kill spot, your kill target up towards the head a little bit into the shoulder, and you will stop blowing up animals. And that, like my bobcats are one of the thinnest skinned animals out there. I mean, you can literally, once you get a bobcat hide started, when you're peeling it off the carcass, you can literally take 2 fingers and pull it all the way down the shoulders.
Yeah.
They're very soft. And shooting these 69 grain TMKs, I've shot, I don't know, probably a good 20 to 30 bobcats with it, and I've never ruined a hide. Not once.
Never had any blowouts.
No.
I know Russell, this has been years ago, shot one of the most beautiful red foxes I've ever seen, and it was ruined with his 22-250. Just because, he just blew a basketball-size hole in the, maybe not that big. It was a big-ass hole.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That wasn't fix-up. Like, no taxidermist was going to be able to take care of
Right.
it.
Yeah.
And we were like, damn it. That
Yeah.
was gorgeous, stinkiest fucking thing I've ever been around.
But
And I've had 22 hornets that, I've shot fox with, or a bobcat that would just tear them asshole to elbow. But it was all shot placement. If I would have been more in the shoulder on, some of them targets, it wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter, really, the projectile. You just, like, if you're having problems blowing stuff up, you need to move your point of impact. That's really what it boils down to.
Are you aiming like more shoulder neck than you are shoulder, or like
more high shoulder? Yeah. So like, take that behind the shoulder shot, like that heart shot. I'm moving forward about 2 or 3 inches, and maybe up about 2 or 3 inches. Well, maybe not 3, maybe 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I want right in the point of that shoulder.
Gotcha.
Because you're not really actually, you're not hitting a whole lot of bone. You're probably hitting a big pocket of like their cartilage, the way that
where it attaches to.
Yes, exactly. But it just, like I said, it absorbs it.
Yeah.
It sends a lot of shock.
Was it hydroshock or whatever?
Hydroshock,
Yeah. And that's what kills them.
Right. That terminal damage is just, it's devastating inside, but it's just absorbing it all up.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Hydroshock, I've never experienced what hydroshock does to an animal. I guess you shoot an animal and it dies right there on the spot. Okay, well, you don't really see what hydroshock did.
Right.
But
until you slow it down.
Who were we with last year where, was it me, you, and Daryl, all 4 of us, where we had that double come in, and I shot the dog behind, and when we were counting down, my dog started walking again.
That was me, you, and Daryl.
So when I pulled the trigger, I hit my dog. In the end, we know that I hit my dog back, my coyote back, but he dropped right on spot and then laid there dead for 3 minutes. And then all of a sudden,
then he got up.
Gets up and tries crawling away.
Right.
And obviously, he wasn't going anywhere.
In fact, did not lay there dead.
Yeah. Well, but it's just that's what the hydroshock
did. Yeah, he put him in shock.
I hit him in his ass, and it dropped his ass for 3 minutes. like he was dead.
Right.
And then he, tried getting up and then died right after that. But
I seen you die.
I'm like, damn.
I don't want to take an 80 grainer like that either. I'd probably lay there too.
Yeah,
And be
yeah.
like, what the hell just hit me?
That hydroshock just totally, probably knocked him straight out. I would assume,
I'm sure. Yeah.
We've had them knocked out. We take them to the truck.
Oh my God!
Have we ever told that story? This was first year.
Oh my gosh!
First year of thermal.
Yeah.
Maybe second year. We go out to one of our spots.
Have we ever told you this
I've not heard this story.
Okay, this is going to be good.
Yeah, Nathan. I think Nathan killed it. Or Nathan shot the dog.
It was
the coyote.
you two and Russell. I think.
Yeah,
Me, Mike, and Russell.
We shot it. I go out there. Nathan's got it on camera.
Video.
A video of me dragging the coyote, with the thermal, dragging the coyote. We take it up. We throw it in the back of the truck. We go to the next set. We go back and do our thing. We didn't end up shooting anything there. We come back to the truck, and that coyote's just sitting up in the back of the truck. And we're like,
I go to put my tripod in the truck, and he's looking me in the face.
Yeah, we're like, this isn't good. This isn't good. So, we obviously dispatched the coyote. But, it was just, it had to have been knocked out. Like
how do you drag a dog 200 yards?
Yeah.
Pick it up, throw it into a truck, dead.
Yeah.
It was the weirdest thing I've ever experienced.
Not dead.
It was a very, very cold night. Remember that? It was super cold.
Yeah,
if I
really
remember.
cold.
But that was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I didn't get bit because it was a foot from my face.
Yeah.
That was not cool. I think that was 223 days, if I remember.
Probably.
correctly.
We had we had a bunch of those, especially thermal, and
I
that
don't-
was when
I
we
don't
had
believe we were suppressed.
We had lesser thermals. Russell always had a suppressor, but that one we killed out there at Grandpa's comes out. I think it was like an 80-yard shot that thing right in the chest, and he comes running out into the field, just gave the meanest growling bark I've ever heard, and I'm like, I put it right in your chest. You should have just died, but it didn't for
Took
whatever.
a follow-up shot. To kill him.
Had to take a follow-up shot.
Now that was the largest coyote I've ever seen in person.
It was huge. I think it was tickling 50. It was.
I wish we would have.
We should have kept it and weighed it.
Do you keep a scale with you?
But
I thought
Buy an X360.
Yeah. Have you taken advantage of that?
I've used it a little bit. Yeah.
I don't care that much, but on some of them, the ones that
know.
I really would like to know.
When we was in testing mode, I got that unit last year in January to start testing, and I killed a coyote in February. That when I hung him on the scale, he was right at I think 50 or 51 pounds.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, man, I hope this thing's accurate. And it's pretty accurate. It's
Now, don't be lying and saying you killed a 36-pound bobcat.
Well, I have.
Did you hear that?
I have.
I'm like,
but not
holy
recently.
shit! And you didn't keep him? Like you didn't?
Did
you know how big he was?
So up the road from my house,
Uh-huh.
I've got a seed buyer. He buys fescue seed every year, and he's got scale house and stuff there. So at that time, anytime that I needed something weighed like that, I'd take it up to him. He's no longer living. The facility's still there. His son-in-law has taken it over, but he weighed a 36-pound cat for me, and he weighed a 50-pound coyote for me on his hand scales.
What was more impressive to you?
The bobcat, for sure.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that was that's
huge.
That's as big as a lot of large coyotes.
Yeah, and both of them were very impressive because the coyote. I killed this coyote. Nobody will ever believe this is a story now. But the coyote was a color face coyote. He was really dark, and I'll be honest, he looked like a German Shepherd. He was a lot of black down his back.
Kind of one of those ones you're like, God, I hope I'm right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Especially being that big.
he was with another coyote, so I knew he was a
good.
coyote.
Yeah.
But so I'll tell this story. This has been, it's probably 2010 or 11. I shotgun hunted a lot then.
Okay.
Always had a shotgun on my stand. I carried both. So anyway, we had a little bit of snow on, maybe a couple inches. And we don't get a whole lot of snow down in our area. So this is the only thing that saved me. I would have never found this coyote if it wouldn't have been for the snow. So I'm set up on a fence row overlooking this bottom, and it drops off. It's really sharp and goes down into this creek bottom. And timber on one side, brush on the other. Then off the point of my left shoulder is a good stand of timber that's running into this fence row that I'm sitting on. And then just cow pasture back behind me, open. I had been calling, and back in those days, I hand called a lot too. So it wasn't, I was carrying an electronic, but I always had the hand calls, and I really liked doing it back then. So anyway, I'm hand calling, and I hear something, and I turn and look, and 2 coyotes come out of the timber to my left, and they're on the opposite side of the fence row, and like I ain't got no shot. There's no way I could spin around.
Right.
And this is the Hail Mary of all Hail Marys. I grab my shotgun that's laying on the ground, and I just pick it up and put it over my shoulder, and I shot. These coyotes were close. I'm talking like 6 or 8 yards.
Oh, jeez. Easy, John Wayne.
And I shoot just to shoot. Like it was just in that moment. Yeah. I just grabbed, put it over my shoulder, and I shot. And I jumped up to my feet, and they're running off, and I'm take 2 more shots.
So I start blasting.
Yeah.
So I'm like, golly, man, and I could see that one coyote, and I was like, man, I hate that I missed that coyote that way, Right. So anyhow, I go down and get my call, and I come back, and I'm like, I'm gonna go walk over there and look. So I walk over there, and of course, snow on. You can see right where they made the circle, to run back out of there. Found a drop of blood, and I'm like, oh, no way! I mean, that was a Hail Mary, So anyway, there's a little bit of blood. So I started following this blood trail all down through this timber, and I get down past the timber and it opened up into this little creek bottom that I was kind of sitting in front of, but it was, I don't know, 400 or 500 yards to like the west of me. And when I come out of the timber, there's that coyote standing there looking at me at like 20 yards, and he's done. Like, he's like, please.
He's in trouble.
Yeah,
please take care of this.
Please do me in. And I shoot him, and I was like, holy crow. It was pretty awesome because the color phase on him, and then, like I said, took him down to my neighbors. We weighed him because I knew he was a big coyote.
So a 51-pound color phase coyote.
I think he was 50.
Okay. Point still stands.
Yeah.
50-pound, probably more like 51 once you put the blood back in.
Yeah.
I'll have to show you guys a picture of that coyote. I've got it on my phone, but yeah, it's. So
have you ever thought about? So you and I have talked about this before. You've killed many, many bobcats throughout your life, and you have never mounted one.
I've never mounted one.
Have you ever thought about that? Was that 36-pound coyote or bobcat pretty? Like
he was an average cat.
What was
as far
did your
as color.
son? Is that the one your son shot a couple last year?
Oh,
that was
just
absolutely
beautiful. Looked like a leopard.
Yeah.
And that's when you and I started talking about that. And because like mine, I mean, gosh, that's the ugliest cat in the world compared to what your son shot.
Oh, the bobcat that my son killed. You'll never ever kill a cat like that.
It looks literally like a leopard.
Yeah.
Like the spots are just, I mean, rich black, and it almost has like an orange tint.
Well, it's got like a blue tint to it. Like, anywhere where it's guard hair, like it's darker rabbit color type hair was at.
Yeah.
It was, I don't know, it was almost like a blue roan.
It was gorgeous.
He was, and, I'm super thankful to, do the things that I've done over the years and get into the things that I've done over the years. And we've got that documented on film, and it's just, I've not put it on YouTube or anything yet. I think I've put a little snippets out there here and there, but, and eventually I'll get to, editing it and putting it out there, but it's pretty special to me.
Dude.
Oh, I bet so.
So have you ever thought about like mounting like a color phase 50-pound coyote, down the road?
Yeah, of course I have.
We got to find the right, what do you call that? Taxidermist.
Exactly.
Down near him that is good at predators, that wants to put their name out there and mount a freaking color phase giant. That's what we need.
Go.
Anybody listening that is a taxidermist who knows their shit with predators, they want to put their name out there, and they need, because you got the pelt, right?
Yeah, I got all of it.
That's all you need, I think. You don't need the rest.
Yeah.
The rest is no good.
Hopefully they're still good. They've been in the freezer a while. But
I would assume.
I would assume,
Awesome.
I still got him. I've got a blonde coyote that it wasn't a real pretty coyote, as far as like fluffed up and stuff. But but super blonde, about the color of this cedar right here.
I killed one like that. I think it was like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
those were just super light. Yeah, just.
Man, I know my daughter. Well, a friend of mine, he sends me these pictures, and he's like, "Look at this coyote." I'm like, "Where is this at?" "Oh, it's where I hunt." When? "Oh, several years ago. I had him at like 10 to 20 yards bow hunting 10 times that year." I'm like, "And you didn't freaking kill a black coyote?" "No, I kick myself every day for that." I'm like, that's like as rare as a 200-inch deer almost.
Yeah.
If you think about.
I mean, yeah.
Really, almost. I almost say
more maybe. And I'm not talking about just black coyotes, like a color phase or a really beautiful sable, which is a black coyote. I understand, but. Like, geez, you know how rare those are?
Around our area. I mean, obviously.
Yeah. There's probably more areas they're less rare, but they're still rare. Yeah. It's still a genetic
I've only seen one
abnormality.
And that was over by your house. I've seen
and it was just crossing the road.
See, I never saw that one, but I saw one by my house. And actually, Daryl has permission to hunt on that property. And I was like, and it was towards the end of the season. I'm like, dude, I just saw a black coyote in that field that we hunted however long ago it was. He's like, shit, we're going to have to go back out there. Which we didn't, and I've never seen it again. Yeah. But that's the only one I've ever seen.
Yeah, I've seen one hunting. Actually thought I was calling him in, and I think the way that I walked into this spot, because he's coming from a spot that I wasn't expecting a coyote to come from. And the only reason I even noticed that there was a coyote coming, he'd run through a herd of cattle, and they just kind of scattered a little bit when he was coming running through the middle of them. And he come down in this cut, and I walked through that cut to go make my stand.
He hit your ground scent.
Yeah, he cut my tracks. But, I always thought, man, I'll call that coyote back in because, at that time there wasn't a whole lot of pressure and stuff out in that area. Now there's tons of pressure, but, never did call him in.
Yeah.
And then I had my neighbor, it's been probably 5 or 6 years ago, my neighbor called me one day. It was like right around 4th of July, and he likes to watch birds of prey and stuff just pick on animals. So he'll go find roadkill and throw it out in the pasture behind his house so he can sit there when he's drinking coffee and watch stuff eat, pick on it. And anyway, he calls me and says,
Morbid.
Hey, he said, I got a black coyote back here behind my house. I'm like, you do? He said, yeah. He said, I threw a roadkill deer out there. And he said, he come up there this morning picking around on it. He's like, come over and kill it. I'm like, 4th of July. Like, I'm not going to come over.
Wait for him to get a pretty coat.
Yeah. If it's black, I'm going to wait.
Yeah.
I've never called that one in either.
Yeah.
So.
That sucks.
Yeah,
the only one I saw was just crossing a road. And actually, I almost is that a German Shepherd type of deal? But
yeah.
He crossed the road and then was out in the field long enough. I'm like, no, that is a coyote. That is awesome. But I wasn't hunting. I mean, it was just, I was driving home for something.
So what's your guys' opinion on color-phased coyotes?
They're awesome.
Well, I mean, are they coy dogs or are they actually coyotes?
I think it's just a genetic.
I don't care. Like my thing is I don't care.
Somebody didn't we read an article about that? Like what would have to happen for a coyote and a dog to breed? And I'm sure it's happened.
Tori's put that information out there a lot.
That's where I've read it from, and I'm like, to me, I just feel like look at humans. We're different colors. We're different hair colors, eye colors. Isn't technically like a redhead a genetic
mutation?
Don't talk like your sister.
I'm just no. Look, stay with me here. Isn't a redhead a genetic mutation?
Sure, I guess I don't know.
Okay, so if humans can be redheads, which is
meaner.
the most the most rare thing on the planet as humans go, right? Other than albinism. Okay, well, why wouldn't that be a thing? It's a thing in deer. It's a thing in almost every animal out there.
Right.
There's yellow cardinals. You ever heard of that?
Yeah.
There can be a yellow cardinal. My brother saw one, I guess, the other day.
I think there's coy dogs out there. I mean, it's just.
I think they exist, but I think color phase.
I don't know that phases is even part of that.
Right. Well, and I don't think it's as prevalent as what people think it is.
Right.
No.
Right. Just because something's a big coyote doesn't mean it's a coy dog.
Exactly.
It's probably happened because you have heard stories. I mean, our buddy told us a story about he was hunting. I think it was Austin that told us the story. He was hunting coyotes one day, and the guy's livestock dog ran into the call with a pack of coyotes. So that dog,
I think I saw the video of that.
Assimilated with the coyotes and was no longer, doing its livestock dog job. It was, if that dog is hanging out with coyotes, I could see where things can happen.
I was at a customer's house, and he happened to just be just a big hunter, and we got to talking about stuff, and coyotes got brought. He's like, man, you wouldn't believe this. He's like, I got pictures of a pit bull that lives with a pack of coyotes, and he showed me the pictures, and they're trail camera pictures that he's got, and coyotes, and this is a big old blue pit, and they were just all mingling, doing whatever they were doing in front of that camera.
Wow.
Like and he's like, yeah, he's like, I've seen him, and I was like, that's nuts.
I had a guy who's a family member, family reunion. He's from up north Missouri, and he was showing me a video of his thermal hunt, and he was about to squeeze the trigger, and there's 3 dogs. And as I got closer, like he has the one that's getting closest, and he's about to squeeze the trigger, and he stops. The ears are different. Gets a little closer, he could finally and this is in thermal, make out a heat signature of a collar. There's a boxer running with these coyotes. Mm-hmm. The other 2 are coyotes. He came in with them, left with them.
Yeah,
I mean
that's crazy.
I'm sure, let's just say you got a pit bull, or it don't matter, any breed, large dog usually, I'm guessing, that is running with coyotes. Well, okay, one of the coyotes goes into heat. When it goes into heat and it's a male, and maybe he's a dominant pack male,
right. Mm-hmm.
I can see where, happens.
Got it on.
They got it on.
Yeah.
No, they didn't. Yes, they did.
Yes, they did.
No. It'd be interesting.
I could definitely see it, but, I mean, they do share the same DNA. So, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
Wouldn't shock me.
But I don't think most color phases are coy dogs. I think it's just a genetic, like albinism.
Just a little rare.
I've seen one dog at a tournament checked in that I was like, that's a coy dog. I thought someone shot a German Shepherd mix of something, and we were like, it was a 50-something pound coyote that got checked in, and we were looking at like, someone shot someone's dog, like house
somebody's
dog.
crying right now.
And we were looking at it, like the paws and everything. It wasn't until like you pulled its mouth, seen its teeth. Its teeth was like, to me, the telltale, but like it had a little bit coloration of a coyote with a blockhead of more of a domesticated dog, like a blockier head, and its paws were a little different. Like, but it was so big, it was just like hard. Like, but once you looked at its teeth, it had like that coyote. And I don't know if that makes sense or not. But like,
sharper.
More fangier, sharper, like just wild teeth.
Wild teeth, yeah.
And it was, yeah.
Yeah, I don't discount it. I don't discount anything with nature.
I seen that one time too up at a tournament up at Bethany when they used to have the big Bethany tournament up there. I think it was like the second year, maybe third year. And this really, I mean, if you'd have seen this coming, you would have thought it was a coyote. And I'm still pretty adamant that it was part coyote.
Sure.
It was colored just like a coyote, but its head was big, blocky, nose was pushed in like a, I don't know, like a schnauzer or something, It was pretty wild. They reject the coyote.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they rejected, I say a coyote, but they rejected whatever animal it was. And I don't know. At the time, I didn't really know how I felt about it. And probably still don't. But
effed up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody has
and the guys, problems. I was listening to the conversation, not all of it, a little bit. And the guys swore up and down that it was with 2 coyotes when they killed it. So.
Yeah, I mean, anything's possible.
I get both arguments on that one.
Yeah,
like as far as the tournament director, be like, dude, we're not doing blood samples, right?
It was with the coyotes.
Yeah,
that is 140-pound Great Pyrenees, sir. Just joking. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, though I don't discount anything. I mean, look at all the genetic abnormalities out there that,
absolutely.
Happen with, birth defects. And, I mean, Hunting Public, I was watching one of their videos the other day, and there was a 3-legged deer, but there was no injury. There was just never a leg on the front left side or whatever.
I've seen coyotes like that, too.
Yeah. Yep. And so.
Be 3-legged and just there's nothing there. No injury or nothing.
Yeah. So I would not be surprised. What was the coyote? Didn't we kill a coyote in a tournament not long ago with that like half its face was gone? I'm trying to think. The bottom jaw or something was just missing. It was probably shot off, but
at some point, that was just really old.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Anyway, well, that was just a lot of fun having our man in studio.
Yeah,
that's right.
So when's the first episode supposed to come out?
Hoping it'll be out. Let's see, either the first or second week of January.
Okay,
right on.
That's what we're shooting for.
So y'all have a set day that y'all are.
We always put them out on Thursdays.
Okay, so
gotcha.
Thursdays.
So it's bi-weekly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it should be every other Thursday.
And then real quick, also before we leave, tell everybody about your Connor Clifton Memorial Hunt.
Well, unfortunately, with all this stuff that
I lied.
Yeah.
I've got going on this
You didn't
year.
hear
I did
that.
not know that. No.
You didn't know this?
What'd you just say?
I'm no longer doing the Connor Clifton.
Gotcha.
Hunt.
Okay.
It was a tough decision.
Yeah.
Because it's like I talked to a buddy of mine the other night that he had some recent tragedy in his life, and he called me and we got talking about it. And he's kind of thankful that for the last 7 years, but with the tragedy that he's had here lately, he's kind of glad that it's not happening. But
one less thing to worry about.
It is, and he called to tell me that he was super proud to be able to hunt it every year, and he knew why I was doing what I'm doing, and I talked to the family, and they're super fine with it. They just didn't at this time. They got a lot going on in their lives too. They don't want to continue it.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Everything's got to come to an end at some point.
Yeah, and if I had any wish for it, I wish that it's gonna leave being on top.
Yeah.
We sustained anywhere between 108 and 111 teams for the last 3 or 4 years.
That's impressive.
That's a lot.
So I'll take that, going out on top. And
that's impressive, especially for a tournament that's in a pretty damn rural area.
It is. It's not,
it's not in KC area,
Right.
Which, the Midwest Wildlife Tournament we found out is not happening this year.
Yeah.
And, that's just as big as their tournament
Right.
has ever been. So that's cool. But, no, I did not know that.
Oh, I thought you did.
No. Or maybe you told
I
me.
paid attention to your
I
stuff,
thought, man,
Corey.
what-
Don't worry about it.
Hey, oh, thank you. At least I got one fan in the room.
Not all of us sit in a truck all day and do nothing.
Yeah. Sucks to suck, I guess.
Okay, well, so make sure you guys check out Corey's new podcast, Predator Pros by Eastman's Outdoors.
Eastman's Hunt Company, yeah.
Eastman's Predator Pros will be hosted by Corey Groff moving forward after the first of the year. So make sure you check that out. And check out your YouTube stuff and all the stuff you put on.
417, correct? That's
417, yeah.
Yeah, is the YouTube.
I need to get some more content put up. That'll be coming too. So
We want to see that bobcat video now.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You have to send that to us if you're not going to post it.
Yeah.
All right, well, Corey Groff, man, thanks for coming on, dude.
Thanks for having me on, guys. Appreciate it.
See you, buddy.